ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between, Leeds Lounge here. So, we've just finished the game for Fulham v Leeds in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Fulham 2, Leeds 0. Now, I don't think the score completely reflects on the performance. However, positives and negatives to take through that. I'm not going to go on and on and on and slate plays and this and that and the other. Obviously, Leeds score 2 goals. 2 goals are offside. Rutter gets another chance, and Somerville for a chance as well, and also a chance in the second half right towards the end as well, cleared off the line. Fulham knew what they were doing at the end of the day. Fulham have a great squad. They're doing great in the Premier League this season. Couple of things to touch on. I think that Avi Grazia, I think he made the right changes at the right time. You know, Bamford comes on, Harrison comes on. They don't really do much, but then Fulham didn't allow them to do that. Towards sort of the end of the game, Fulham weren't going for another goal. They were just holding out for their 2-0. It was unlucky. Obviously, we've got chances. Rutter scores offside, Nonto scores offside, and the build-up play towards those goals was brilliant. They played really, really, really well. I think a lot of positives to take into the weekend. My concern mainly is that a loss today, the players would hang their heads, and going into the weekend, it would detriment for the weekend. I don't think it's going to do that. I think Grazia will keep them level-eyed on the positives from this game, and also he'll be gutted. He will be, obviously, going to an FA Cup final with Watford. He'll be disappointed, but at the end of the day, we're not fighting for an FA Cup. We're fighting relegation. So, I think personally, I don't know why that's going like that. I do apologise. Personally, there we go. I think personally, it was a positive performance. Yes, there's slip-ups, and yes, there's stuff to dwell on. I'm not going to completely go into it, and I ain't going to slag off the players. I'm behind Javi, and I'm behind the lads for this season now. I am concentrating on the Premier League, not the FA Cup. Yes, it would have been really nice to go through tonight, go through to the quarterfinals for the first time in God knows how long. That would have been lovely. I thought it was on the cards with the Rutter and the Nonto goal. I mean, Nonto knew he was offside. You could see by his face, by his body language, that he knew he was offside. Rutter not so much. Looking back at the Rutter goal as well, I'm a bit confused as to that. And again, VAR coming into play. You got, sort of your Man Cities, your Arsenals, even your Chelseas, your Tottenhams and your Scum. That would have been replayed and replayed and replayed for everybody watching the match to watch. Then the line would have come out and they'd have drawn the line up like they always do. Then they'd have called offside. Or would they? Or would they have called onside? So, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's the ref and oh, it's VAR, because I'm not that type of person. Do I feel like that came into effect? Yes, I do. VAR never goes our way. And every time they're like, oh, it's gone to VAR, I'll be like, right, well, that's disallowed then. And I just swiftly move on. But, Rutter had a positive performance today, probably the most minutes he's got since joining Leeds. And he played well. He did play very well. He kind of gauged into the game. So I hope that Grazia carries on with him and develops him as a player. Bamford and Harrison did nothing when they came on, but that's not me having a go at them. They weren't in a position to do so. Fulham set back. They defended very, very well. They attacked well. Both goals came out of absolutely nothing. In fact, if you go over to the YouTube channel and watch the live stream that I did for the watch along, I think about 60, maybe less than 60 seconds before Fulham scored the first goal, I said Leeds are looking good, but they need to watch out because Fulham can Fulham can create something out of nothing, and then out of nowhere, Melié's 5 yards off his line like he was in the Everton game and gets beat. Meslier slipped up mainly today. I wasn't impressed with his performance whatsoever. Obviously, Christiansen in there for the most part was okay, but not great. We with some situations we missed Vober on that one. Obviously, Fulham did score 3 and had 1 disallowed, and it was Christiansen's man that he should have been on that scored the goal. However, to counteract that, the fact that he wasn't near him is what made him offside. So, I can't take this and that and the other. I thought McKennie played very well. Again, I know that if anybody comes in the comments, they're going to say this and that and the other or whatever. I know that every player had their ups and downs today. I think McKennie played very, very well. Nonto again played well, but it just seemed like we were passing it to Nonto a lot to kind of create those chances. Fulham were aware of that, and every time Nonto had the ball, there was two defenders on him. So I think that we need to just move forward, look at the positives from today. Unfortunately, concede 2, and the 2 goals we scored don't count. Again, Rutter had a great header. Keeper was nowhere near it. It hits the post and come off. It's just Leeds' luck at the end of the day, and I think that the guys should go away from this game with the heads held high, because if they don't, regardless of the performance, if the performance was absolutely abysmal, which it wasn't, if they go away with the heads down, then you can guarantee a loss this weekend. Whereas Fulham are a better team than Chelsea, and we scored 2 against them. Yes, offside, but we scored 2 against them. Those 2 count. The game's very, very different. So I still feel positive for the weekend against Chelsea, and I think we all should. It's going to be a good weekend. Grazia seems to be doing some good stuff with the lads. The shape was really good for Leeds. You could see that they were going to be in that shape, that 4-3-2-1. You could see that shape, and it helped us defensively. The goals that we conceded weren't conceded for defensive errors. They were conceded because Fulham found space out of nowhere. And I suppose, yes, to argue that, you could say that that's a defensive error. However, every other team that we've played this season don't score goals like that against us. Fulham saw the chance, they took it, 2-0. I wish them the best of luck in the rest of the competition. And we look towards the weekend where we need another 3 points to keep us clear of that relegation and to keep battling forward, because I think the one thing that we've seen with the team that we've got now and how Javi Grazia is going to go along with the team, it's positive moving forward, and that's only going to stay positive if we stay up. So that is our number 1 goal, and I believe that today was a good test for the guys. It didn't come out our way, but still a lot of positives to take from that. Negatives as well, but the best thing about negatives is that you can improve them, and I believe that Grazia will do that, unlike Jesse Marsh. So I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. This one's going to be a short one. I just wanted to get a video up after as a bit of a post-match thing. I've promised a bit more content. Build the YouTube channel. Drop a like. Drop a subscribe if you feel inclined to do so. I thank you all very, very much. And I will see you over the weekend for 3 points at Chelsea, because I believe that we can do that. So once again, much love. Like and sub. Thank you very much. Leeds Leeds.